So take any sitting, comfortable pose. If you want to do something else than sitting, fine with me as well. Remember, this practice is your personal practice, which I missed so much for teaching because I tend to teach only teachers and I always plan something I want to teach you as teachers. Today is purely for you, you as you are. If you are in the seated comfortable pose, just close your eyes. And before we start, try to connect to your breath. Observe as it comes and goes freely, naturally, organically, without any effort. And if your breath is not deep or long today, that's totally fine. I believe our body responds to the circumstances. Maybe today is not the best day. Maybe you don't feel like super relaxed. It's totally fine. I want to share with you that accepting yourself as you are is really the first and the most important step towards everything else, towards any progress, towards any growth, towards any healing. So accepting, observing, being conscious, that's it. We don't need anything else. Maybe you can observe the temperature and the texture of the air that is entering your nostrils and then leaving either your nostrils or the mouth, depending how you want to breathe this evening. There is no particular breath I would like you to perform this evening. Just choose whatever feels nice, natural, organic. I sent you the playlist before the class because I'm in the city center and sometimes you will feel some destructive sounds. If it disturbs you, I recommend you to play the music. It's always nice, balancing sound system. As you catch the optimal inhales and exhales, I want you to start gently moving your head. It can be from side to side, ear towards the shoulder. It can be a gentle circle, whatever feels at this very moment natural, welcome, easy, safe. The most important in this class is that you don't push your body into any direction. There is absolutely nothing you can do wrong. It's just you and exploring your body today as it is. Today we work with our meridians and organs, and I will try not to overtalk your practice, just to give you basic information. By the way, some of you studied with us, so you know already 5 elements and seasons, but just so you are aware why I choose certain practices this way. It's all following today meridian lines, starting from the water, the winter season, finishing with the metal, the autumn season, just like a cycle of the year. So moving this head gently to any side it wants to be moved. Allow it to behave in a way that it feels comfortable, supportive, tender. Recently, I read a lot of psychological books about how being tender, kind to yourself has great results in any therapeutic work. And I think we all miss this tenderness for ourselves. We are harsh on us, we judge ourselves, we want to be the best versions of ourselves, but where is the counterbalancing unconditional love? Last 3 seconds for your head, your neck, as you want it, as you like it. Just gently waking up the awareness of the body. And then bring your full attention to your shoulders. And I always repeat this to find a movement that comes from the shoulders itself. So not to pull the shoulder by the arm, But just finding any movement. It can be raising the shoulders and dropping them down. It can be circulating them. It can be moving in any way. If you feel like involving the arms, please feel free to do so. But I want that the impulse of the movement comes from the shoulders. And I will leave you with the silence because I prepared very beautiful 2 songs at the beginning that have lyrics. So enjoy moving the shoulders, and I will be back in a few breaths. The breath is natural, organic, as you want it to be. Nothing super extraordinary. Beautiful. Few more moves in your own rhythm, as you like it, just to enjoy. Stretch, release the tension. Just waking up also the circulation, awareness of the body. Nice. And then let's bring our awareness to the arms and start moving them as you want. Any movement is actually good. You know, I have my favorite choreography. People who studied with me already know that. I like stretching my arms in the front, turning the palms out. Inhaling, raising them above my head. Exhaling, joining them behind my back, pulling sternum towards the ceiling, chin to the chest. So if it was my warm-up, I would choose this movement. But of course it's yours. So if there is any other movement that you like with your arms, please feel free to do so. Playing around, just bringing awareness to your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, waking them up. Nothing really intense. Feeling good with the body. Feeling just this self-love and self-care. But sometimes we expect so much from the body that we forget to just listen and give something pure, natural, organic, which is self-love. Few more breaths for your arms, wrists, elbows, maybe still shoulders. Feeling good with yourself. And perhaps slowly you feel like this frame of seating is actually too tight. That's a good sign because we are heading forward. Just a few more breaths. And make sure, as a person with many wrist injuries, make sure that your wrists are ready to carry your body because we are slowly heading to all fours. So our knees should be approximately underneath our hips, our wrist should be approximately underneath our shoulders, but please just feel good, feel natural as much as you can. For people with sensitive knees, I remind you to put some cushions, can be blanket. I have a special gadgets. After years, I managed to have special gadgets for yoga practice, but I'm aging, as I said, so don't worry about this. You can use just folding the mat. And here we start from the traditional cats and cows, inhaling and exhaling, rounding the spine and arching it. Inhaling when we arch, exhaling when we round. Just few times. Waking up the central axis of our body, the spine, the spinal cord, but also finding the rhythm of inhale and exhale for the entire practice. If you need to modify the cat and cow, I don't mind. I'm very liberal and creative teacher. So if you want to move to the sides, already stretching to different dimensions, that's totally fine. We will head there anyway. So if you feel like starting now, please do so. And remember, please, also, the rhythm of your practice doesn't need to be even. We are in yoga a little bit dogmatic about one inhale, one movement. But as a musician, I want to inspire you to look for your own rhythm. Maybe your practice is irregular. Maybe your movement can be more rapid and then slower down. More rapid and then slower down. Find your own expression. Find something that you really enjoy doing. That's the whole point of this meeting, of being with yourself and of a self-care. 5 more breaths. If you want to open the chest, stretching the arms towards the ceiling, please do so. If you want to thread the needle, please do so. If you want to open the legs to the side, keep on dancing, exploring the movement, feeling good. There is actually no bigger task today than feeling good with yourself. Even if you sometimes have worse days, this kind of dance with yourself can improve our relationship with our body. That's also proved by science. That's not only me. And last few breaths, heading further. Of course, don't rush. I will always wait for you. And I want to give you as much time as you need. So follow yourself before me. And whenever you are ready, come to your first downward facing dog, gently moving your legs, maybe twisting your body if you like, maybe raising one leg at the time if you like, whatever feels natural, whatever feels needed, whatever feels helpful. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog, moving around still, feeling just nice, comfortable, safe. Nobody is judging. Nobody expects anything. And after a few breaths, slowly and gently, either stepping your feet towards the palms or your palms towards the feet, come to the very nice and soft forward fold, hanging loose here. Just for a little while, waking up those calves, hamstrings, glutes, back. And then whenever your body will be ready, start raising vertebra by vertebra into standing. Very gently, slowly. Meanwhile, I change the position of the screen so you can see me a bit better. The Zoom thing is not easy, but I want you to feel safe with that. And in the standing, finding the nice comfortable pose, we will start from the Qigong for the water element. And I will introduce you water element in a second, but I want first to comment on the knees in the Qigong, okay? So in yoga, we are very used to straight knees, right? We don't want to push them backwards, but we want to have them pretty straight. In Qigong, we want to open the legs a little bit wider and we want to gently soften the knee. So it's like a kind of micro bend. Maybe micro bending is not the best description, but you really want to bend gently, soften gently the knees. It is nice suspension for the spine, but it can cost you some discomfort in the knees. If that happens through this practice, just come out, stay in the neutral, and whenever you are ready, come back to the bent, soft knees, okay? So, first I will teach you choreography because it's a new thing for most of you, and then I will leave you with a few rounds. The point of Qigong is more of a moving meditation. So I really want you to enjoy. Don't judge what is where, is it correct, is it not. Doesn't matter. This Qigong exercise is combining both water meridians. So we have 2 organs for water. One is urinary bladder, starting from the corner of your eyes, going through the head, back, glutes, and then backside of the legs, okay? And then there is another one, kidneys, that starts underneath the sole of the feet, going inside of your legs to your belly. So this Qigong movement is basically combining these two lines, okay? And later I will explain more about water, but now try to repeat with me. So I step my left leg to the left, okay? Inhale, I open the chest and arms towards the sky with bent legs. Exhale, I fold forward very gently. There is no tension needed in the spine whatsoever. And as I inhale, I climb, touching gently my calves. I climb up on urinary bladder meridian. Inhale. I gently touch my calves, my hamstrings, my glutes. Inhaling, straightening up. I reach the kidneys with gentle back bend. And exhale, I go down again, touching gently the urinary bladder meridian. Exhale here. Now I shift my palms inside of the feet and I start climbing in kidney meridian. Inhale here, reaching the belly. Okay, and as I reach the belly, I step back to the middle. Now the other side. Inhaling, step to the right, opening the chest. Exhale, folding forward, bent legs. Inhaling, climbing on the Achilles tendon, calves, hamstrings, up to the kidneys. Inhale here. Exhale, back, the same line, the back side of my legs. Inhaling, touching gently inside of my legs, kidney meridian. Up to the belly, and then I close with stepping the right foot back to the center. We will repeat one more time with me, and then I will give you time and I will introduce water element to you, okay? So one more time, find the center. If you feel a little bit unsteady, something is not right, always inhaling, raise your palms up to the sky. Exhale, ground yourself with palms towards the floor. 3 times like this. It helps in Qigong a lot. To me, I'm very scattered usually. So whenever you're ready, starting from the center. Inhale, left leg to the left, opening the chest. Inhale here, exhale, gentle back bend, reaching the floor. And then inhale, touching the calves, hamstrings, up to the kidneys, opening the chest up. Inhale. Exhale, back, the same line, going down. Inhale, inner legs, inner shins, groin, up to the belly. Exhale, left to the center. Inhale, right leg to the right, opening the chest. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, climbing on the back side of your legs. Up to the kidneys, and exhale back. The spine can be round if there is no spinal problems. Inhale, touching gently inner legs, up to the belly, and stepping right leg to the middle, exhale. Now I will give you 5 rounds for yourself. I do it with you if you are lost. If you change the order, that's totally fine. From this exercise, I want you to remember that urinary bladder meridian is on the back side of the body. So whenever we fold and then open the chest, we work alternately with urinary bladder and kidney meridians. Kidney meridian is more in the inner legs. So gentle massage in this flow teaches us to take care of our water element. Water element is associated with the winter time when we restore the energy. The kidneys and urinary bladder are our power plants, the source of our energy. It's our essence, Jing. So that's why the spine and the whole axis of the body is so important. Please keep on flowing while I will see if you are guys fine. Yes, you look lovely. Find your own expression of this movement. I'm coming from very liberal parts of Qigong science. I think movement is a therapy if it feels it is yours, it's comfortable, it's nice. Water element, kidneys and urinary bladder. When we gently open the chest here, when we touch the kidneys, we also stimulate the energy of water, which is our resilience in life. It's our power. It's our prenatal energy. This is the most important element for our full life. So as we age, we dry out. And that's why it's so important to take care of the water element. Do it as slow as you can, as fast as you have to. And when you finish, so that I will know, just stay in the middle waiting for the whole group. But please take your time. Qigong is lovely when we don't rush, when there is no aim, when we enjoy the journey. And breathe naturally as you like. Feel good. Stimulating meridian is a subtle level of therapeutic approach, but it is very sufficient because the energy goes when the intention flows. So wherever we direct our intention towards something in our body, it's already healing. That's the energetic medicine, but it's very powerful. Maybe you feel some sensations in your spine, in your body. That's totally normal. We are stimulating spinal cord because the urinary bladder meridian is on the back side of our body, just like our spine, all the spinal muscles and the spinal cord. I see some of you already completed the round, so just stay in the middle, enjoying the stillness, the yin after yang, the stillness after movement, enjoying the breath. Observe if the breath has changed, maybe not, maybe something is different. And just calming down, slowing down the heartbeat, the breath for the further practice. Preparing for more. Great, I see everybody's ready now. Okay, so the next step is purely urinary bladder meridian for the water element. So any forward fold would be great. Here, because I like yin yoga, I would go for dangling. So just hanging loosely with forward fold. But if you feel more yang today, I would suggest either active forward fold or actually downward facing dog, because it's also nice work for urinary bladder meridian and targeting gently also some kidney points. But of course, if you don't feel like some strong practice, you can go for more passive dangling. The palms can hug the elbows. You can go against the wall if you like. I don't want to kill this class with too much theory, but just try to feel good, feel supported. So closing the body, we will stay here for 1 minute more. Closing your body is the protective mode. It's very safe mode, should be. Some people, of course, can get different sensations and triggers, but we want to close ourselves from the outside world. And this is water element. It's inner work, the yinest yin, very restorative energy, restorative in sense of recovering your powers. So just like in life, when you are going outside more and more, you do a lot, you're very active, you need to find the time and space to take care of yourself, to withdraw your senses, withdraw your actions, and just be with yourself. This is still pretty active because we are at the beginning of the practice, but you could go also for the caterpillar, so yin Paschimottanasana, or the child pose, or even lying like a fetus, like a small baby when we were in our mom's wombs. 3 more breaths here. And then not going up to the heaven, to the yang again, but rather reaching the ground. Sitting in the squat if you can. If you cannot reach the heels to the floor, you can use the blanket, or you can of course keep the heels off the ground. Unless you have some problems with the knees, which nobody complained, but of course you are welcome to contact me if you want any advice. That should be safe, okay? If your knees are weird, you don't like this flexion in the knees too much, then just sit and pretend you are in the squat. See, it's same function. It's kidney meridians, but actually it's also transition to the wood, which is liver meridian, very close on our body maps. We will stay here for a few minutes. If you enjoy the squat, it can be static squat, you can move. This is your practice, this is meeting with your body. So I don't want to be too dictating the terms. Okay, so if you want to fly, we still have a flow for the wood, especially that wood is like a spring energy. It's like when we are teenagers and we explore everything around. And everything is, we are curious, everything is fascinating, everything is to taste, to be experienced. So this is the wood energy, the energy of the spring. Meridians are liver inside of our legs, just like kidneys and the front of the body, and gallbladder. So we will make some twists. It's on the side of the body. And these 2 organs and these 2 meridians are very supportive for release of our anger, for enjoying learning, for inspirations, okay? So as I speak to you, very gently come to all fours as a transition. Beautiful. And then step your right foot between the palms, or if it doesn't feel super nice, you can go a little bit to the side. I prefer in this flow, this will be a flow for wood element for the springtime. I like it in the middle, but of course you are the boss of your own body, so find your best way. For sensitive knees, just to remind you, you can be, because one day you will be like me, a little bit feeling the difference in the body between a young version of you and a little bit older. So I really like this cushion underneath my knee. Okay, and once you settle here, we will inhale and raise up with our trunk. Exhale, we will twist to the open side, like if you were making warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale up to the center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side, to the less obvious side. Twist. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to the open side. Inhale up. Exhale to the twisted side. And the last one. Inhale up. Open side. Exhale. Inhale up. And we will stay in the twisted side. For this, you can release your arms. And I like using the palm to actually support and twist even deeper. Front palm is against the knee. The back palm is on the kidneys, more or less. And I can twist a little bit deeper. The whole point is gallbladder meridian is on the side of our body. So we activate now the wood meridian, the liver meridian, responsible for detoxification, but also recovery of the blood and releasing the tension, all the suppressed anger, everything that doesn't serve us. Just like when we were teenager, we needed this energy to be released somewhere. 2 more breaths. And then inhaling to the center, come back with your palms to the floor. This time we step the front leg to the side. And we will open our chest 3 times towards the ceiling, stretching the arm. It's right for me. If you are on the same side, that will be right side. Inhale here, exhale down. Inhale here. Exhale down. Inhale here. Stay here. Enjoy this movement like if you were a tree and you are blooming towards the sun. It's a spring energy. The wood stimulates our inspiration, new, learning, growing, opening up. Exhale to the center. Now we will raise our trunk to Parigasana, the gate pose. Inhale here and we stretch the side of the body. I have my both arms in the air, but if it's more comfortable, you can bring them both to the hips or one to the hip as a support. Stay here, stretching like in Bananasana, the side of the body. That's also gallbladder meridian, the wood element. Beautiful. Inhaling up, exhaling to the center, and now the trick is this right leg that I have on my right side crosses the left, and I find my Gomukhasana or shoelace. This is for stretching the gallbladder meridian on the down part, so the wood element of the leg. And if you want to stay here and you feel some stretch in the glutes, that's great. If you want to go deeper, gently fold forward, finding the good pose for 1 minute. It's not classical yin, but I want your nervous system to have a time to adjust, adapt, and enjoy. The target area is on the side of your leg, which is IT band, tensor fascia lata, so the group of the muscles a little bit above on the side of the hips, and the glutes, deep rotators. So if you feel something on the side of the legs, that's totally fine. If not, just enjoy Gomukhasana or the shoelace as much as you can. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Wood, the spring, exploring, opening up, growing, learning, extend the consciousness, just like when we were young and we wanted to explore everything in life. Gallbladder meridian on the side of our body, liver meridian, that is very similar to kidneys, so I made a squat for this more than anything else. And then after 3 more breaths, very gently and mindfully climb up to the center. Beautiful. And then we find all fours again because we have to change the side. So I unfold my legs, I reset my body in a gentle movement in all fours, cat and cow, whatever makes sense to you. And then the left foot is going either between your palms or outside of both. Depending on your preference, it's really a little bit depending on your anatomy. I think because we raise up, I like it more in the middle, but I saw people that like it more on the side. Inhaling, raising the trunk. Exhale, opening to the open side, like warrior 2 on the floor. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twist to the opposite side. It doesn't have to be big twist, just make it comfortable. Inhaling up. Exhaling, open side. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twist. And the last time, after which I will ask you to stay in the twist, working on your liver and gallbladder on your wood element. And for this, I release my arms so I can twist a little bit deeper. I like it in lunge. It's a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more yang. Apart from the gallbladder meridian and the spiral myofascial line, we are actually massaging our internal organs, which liver participates in. Beautiful. Inhaling to the center and down to the ground. We step our left foot to the left. And then 3 times. We open our chest and arms to the sky. Exhale down. You gently may feel now adductors, which is part of the liver meridian. Exhale down. The third one, let's stay a little bit up in the air, enjoying this metaphor of being an open branch of the tree, exploring the sun, growing like in the springtime. More yang, but not fully yang yet. Exhale down to the ground, and now raising up towards the sky, Parigasana. My left leg stays on the left. I gently laterally flex to the left as well. If I want, I can support myself with the palms if it's too much load on my lumbar spine. Or if I have this energy this evening, I can stretch both arms at the same time. Beautiful. Stretching gallbladder meridian, the side of the body, spiral and lateral myofascial line. Inhaling up, exhale to the ground, and now we cross the left before the right, finding Gomukhasana or the shoelace on the side. And again, if you feel like folding forward, activating the down part of gallbladder meridian. If you need some support, can be a block, bolster, gentle forward fold for around a minute. Beautiful. Spring, wood, element, responsible for our growth, physical and metaphorical, exploring new. When the wood is stagnant, we feel anger, frustration, blockages. So all we do this evening is to help your energetic patterns, energetic channels be cleaned up and free so that nothing is blocked. And Chinese medicine believes that you just need a tuner. You just need to bring your awareness to these channels to help them to work better for you. How beautiful is that? It's just like tuning the musical instrument. 3 more breaths. After which, very gently and mindfully find a way up, and then unfold your legs and either come to the child, opening the legs, or even if you prefer, going onto the belly, rebounding here, resting for a moment in the crocodile. The choice is yours, the child or the crocodile, entirely up to you what your body feels. After Gomukhasana, I like lying on the belly because I like stretching the hip flexors, but some people really like Balasana because they can open adductors, they can open the thighs, and it feels better. Observe your body, observe the breath. We went through water, kidneys and urinary bladder, the resilience in our life, the system, very strong system of willpower, survival, our essence. We reach the spring, that is the time and energy of exploration, when we open up, when we grow, when we are curious, and it can be frustrating. And then we will reach the fire element, the summertime. In nature, in our body is fully open heart. Is this joy, sense of compassion, sense of connection with the world. So the main point of attention is our chest and arms, because the meridians, this time 4, heart, small intestine, pericardium, and triple heater reside all in the arms. So I prepared for you first the flow, active flow, and then we go towards the yin part. You know me, I love yin the most, but yang is important too. So if from the lying on the belly or from the child, you can gently bring yourself back to sitting on your heels. If that's not okay, please just sit on the ground and we will focus on the upper body because that's where the fire element resides. And I will show you a few options. So if you want the version that I practice and I prepared, I would sit on the heels with gently open legs, and I will start from inhaling, opening the arms in like kind of cactus arms shape, and exhaling, rounding the spine, almost hugging myself. A few times like this. I can change the cross. Just imagine your arms are the wings. If you want to make it more yang, because fire is the yangest yang element, I would also climb on my knees. Inhaling here, opening to the sky. Exhaling, rounding, hiding. Inhaling up and exhaling down. If your knees are not happy with this exercise, totally fine with me. Even in the cross-legged, you can do the same. Just imagine you have the wings and you want to swim or fly through the air. Few times like this, gently just activating the fire meridians, heart and pericardium inside of your arms, and small intestines and triple heater on the outside. So that's why we open the chest and then round it, because this meridian is reaching even the shoulder joint. Few more times like this. And if you enjoy the flow, please go for the flow. It's your practice, your meeting with yourself. But if you want to go into some peak, that will be a gentle camel. And you don't have to go all the way down. That's a very gentle class in the evening. You can just gently stay on the knees, dropping the head if that feels fine, or even not dropping the head, opening the chest. Because chest, the heart itself, is already a very important point on our fire element list. Few more breaths for you, the way you like it, static or active, dynamic or silent, whatever makes sense. Summer is when we open fully our vessels, our heart, we connect, we want to connect. I think this summer will be very special after COVID. It's been so long. We need to open the heart, we need to hug, we need to have a connection. Last 2 breaths. And then coming back to the center, sitting on the heels, if that feels still comfortable. If not, please change it. We will close our heart, protecting it. Pericardium is a little bit protecting the heart. In the eagle's arms, bowing. Okay, just few breaths here. Counterbalancing, opening, opening, opening. Sometimes we need to hug ourselves too. We are giving, opening outside, but sometimes hiding, protecting ourselves is also important part of our balance and mental health. And then just gently opening again to change the cross of the eagle arms. Feeling the nice stretch behind the heart, in our rhomboids between the shoulders. Nice stretch on the posterior side of the body. And then coming to the neutral for a moment, rebounding the trunk, the chest, the shoulders, the back. Preparing for more yin part. And I want to start from thread the needle, so the same as eagle arms, but a little bit deeper and one side over another. So I will start from the right side, but if it's not your favorite, start opposite, please. Right palm, it's threading the needle, so going between the left arm, left forearm, and lying on the floor as it wants. You can put some support underneath your head. I don't want to use too many gadgets so you still hear me, because the microphone is so easy to be distracted. And if you want to go deeper, maybe stretching the legs, twisting a little bit deeper, the whole point is to stretch the meridian of the small intestine and triple heater that is residing on the yang part of the arm. We work on the summer fire element, very important element for our mental health. Fire is associated with Shen, our awareness, our mind. Few more breaths here. I chose thread the needle before the open wings that will come soon because I have a strong impression that if we don't take care of ourselves enough, we cannot open for others. That if we don't love ourselves enough, our love outside is twisted, is toxic, is not balanced. So for me, thread the needle is a symbolic hug for ourselves, taking care of ourselves first, so that we have so much to offer to others. And without this self-hug and self-care, I think we cannot much give to others. I think this year we all were learning a lot, and I learned how important it is to nourish yourself first before you go back to the society. Coming gently to the center, taking your time. We will not rebound here because we are slowing down anyway, so I will give you the full rebound after. And we will gently change the side. So this time, left forearm sneaks in between the right and the right leg. I like sometimes stretching my opposite arm in the front. Sometimes I don't like it. I like more twist. So I would open the leg to the side or back side and twist a little bit deeper, stretching the small intestine meridian that is coming from the fingers to our shoulder. Finding comfortable, thread the needle on the side, feeling your heartbeat, feeling safe and comfortable. If this pose is too intense, you can always reduce the intensity, or you can come to the child pose and hug yourself on one side. It will be very similar energetic function. Beautiful. Summer, the fire element, connection, joy. Also the spirituality, the sense of awareness, being here and now present, being one with others. Bruna, when she teaches about elements, I love this metaphor, compares fire element to energy of Dalai Lama. When you look at his eyes, or any other monk, when you look into the monk's eyes, you feel this pure presence, pure mindfulness, pure spirit. That's what is one of the most important elements for our mental health, because if we are feeling present, mindful, aware, we can handle everything in life with this gentle smile, surrender, and acceptance. 3 more breaths on the side. Thread the needle. Beautiful. And thereafter that, find gently and safely your way back into the middle. And then we will rebound for 1 minute. So lying on the belly, if that feels fine, maybe supporting your head on the palms. If you want to lie on the side or balasana or shavasana, that's totally fine. Those of you who studied with us already, you know that the liberal part is you are the boss and you are choosing. We are just delivering options. Chinese medicine believes that we have different emotions. Very positive, like the fire one, but also sometimes not so positive, like grief in a metal, worry in earth, anger in wood. Being human means both yin and yang, and accepting that is a big art. I'm still trying to learn and share it with others. A few more breaths in the rebound. So after we feel ourselves, we take care of ourselves, we can open the heart for others. And here I prepared open wings for you this evening. So I'm lying on my belly and chest. Sorry, I'm just trying to be visible. And I open my arms to the sides. It doesn't have to be entirely 90 degrees. I actually saw people doing it with this angle or with that angle. And when I hug the floor, I start opening one side towards the ceiling. For this, I need to step my foot behind me to the ground. And if I want to reach this other arm and join them, it's fine, but I don't have to. My other arm can be in the front of me. I actually can even lie on the side. The whole point is to stretch the heart meridian, starting in the heart, going through the inner part of the arms. And we will stay here for 3 minutes on each side, the open wing. Most of our students are teachers. And I think this plot about self-care and really nourishing yourself is such an important part for our profession. As you give and take care of others, try to include yourself on the list. So thank you for being here, because I think I want to support you. I know how much you give to others. Someone asked me recently, what would I tell myself 10 years ago? And I think I have no doubt I would tell myself, take care of yourself, Caro, first, because it's so easy to lose that. So today I want to tell it to you. Take care of yourself. We are in the middle of the time. If you want to change something, go deeper, change the angle or some small arrangement of your pose, you are totally welcome to do so. Because you are muted and you have your own space of practice, nobody's watching, you can open your mouth and sigh out anything that is stagnant or stuck there, keeping the heart and chest light open, really open. And if there is a day you don't want to fully open your heart, that's okay too. That means your body, your mind needs a little bit more protection, a little bit of more closing. And I think it's totally fine, it's totally okay. Last 3 breaths on the side. And because it's really intense pose, it triggers a lot of nervous connection in the shoulder joint. I want you to be very mindful as you leave this pose, come to the center, and before you change the side, take deep 5 breaths in the middle. Sometimes I observe students from changing right to left, they like bringing the arms close to the body as they lie on the floor, or bringing it underneath the face. And this makes sense because it's really not natural pose for our body to open so widely. So take your time, use the rebound, micro rebound between the sides as this point of self-care and rebalancing yourself. And after 5, whenever you're ready, we change the side. So again, I start from hugging the floor. And then this time I open to the opposite side, towards the sky. Sometimes in this pose, it's very awkward what's happening to the head. So if you have a pillow or the bolster, you can bring it underneath your head, feeling just comfortable. The fact that we work intensively on the heart and pericardium meridian doesn't have to cost your neck, your head any comfort, any good sensations. 3 minutes on this side, open wings, fire element, heart, pericardium, as opposed to small intestine and triple heater on the other side of the arm. Joy, summer, the youngest yang, the time when we look for connections, love, joy, fun. Or we are entering the middle of this pose, half time. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper. Maybe you realize this side doesn't want to go too deep. Maybe you want to change the angle in your shoulder joint, how much abduct or adduct the humerus from the shoulder. It's all welcome. Try to feel good with yourself and follow your intuition. And then last 3 breaths on the side. Enjoying this last seconds of the sensations, of the shape, of every thought you had, every feeling, every image. And then coming to the center for a rebound again. The rebound we recommend here is lying on the belly, crocodile, with the palms underneath the face or head. But if there is anything else that you feel like doing right now, please do what your body tells you to. And as you enjoy your rebound, I will introduce the next element, that is earth element. In Chinese medicine, the late summer or Indian summer, the transitional time between the summer and the autumn, the fall. So the nature is a little bit withdrawing itself. The days are still warm, but the nights start getting a little bit colder. Actually, in Europe, we used to have Indian summer. I don't know how is your experience with that, but in Poland, in Germany, we did have Indian summer, this late summer kind of transition. What is characteristic here is that it gets more humid, more damp. So the nature invites more and more yin again. So this late summer earth element is associated in our body, in our mind, with digestion, nourishment, nurturing. So how we eat, how we process the food, but also how we process the life, reality, emotions, thoughts. And both meridians are on the front of the body. One is very similar to kidneys, so inside of our legs and on the front of the body, on the chest. And the other one is literally on the front of our legs and the chest. So for that element, today I prepared the pose that is called in my school Tipsy Sphinx. But it's actually half frog, half sphinx, if you prefer more politically correct name. So gently, I want you to lift to the all fours. You can move a little bit, I'm not a dogmatic yin teacher, so you can move actually through the entire time we are together. And here we start from lying on the belly, but supporting ourselves on the forearms. I have to step back so you see me. Okay, so I'm supporting my body on the forearms, opening the chest and stretching the front of the body. At the same time, I bring my right knee to the right side, more or less on the level of the belly, into the frog, half frog pose. So I actually involve adductor stretch, and I want to stretch the front of the body. So we have stomach and spleen meridian together in this pose. And if you want to go more intensively on your adductors, you can use the block. That works on me. If you want to put the bolster underneath your belly, that will lift you higher. So maybe the stretch of the stomach meridian will be a little bit more experienced. If you want to go even higher to seal, that's also an option. I will give you 3 minutes on one side, and then we will take a rebound, and then we will change the side. We entered the yin part of the class, so now you have more time to enjoy. Don't go too intensively on your lumbar spine because it has sensitivity. I want to show you my new gadget in yin. Is a time measurement. It's 3 minutes. So if I have 3 minutes, I use this. If I have 6, I use this twice. I also have 5 minutes, but today it's 3 minutes for you. Earth element, late summer, the time during which we harvest what the nature gives us, preparing us for the fall, for more yin part of the cycle of year again. Our nourishment, our nutrition, our digestion. Mother Earth as a metaphor, as a figure, very important part when we take care of ourselves. It's the dampness, it's the humidity that we have to be careful with, but it's also nourishment that we get from this element and this season. On the mental level, people who have imbalanced earth element tend to worry. So if you are one of us, I'm an earth element, very characteristic. We have a little bit more yellow complexion. We have a lot of problems with digestion or with spleen like me. I have a diabetes type 1, which is spleen disorder. And we need to take care of ourselves because we tend to be imbalanced with self-nourishment. Long story short, It's just being compassionate, but also tolerant, not worrying about everything. You are the best you can be right now. You are amazing. That's the truth yoga and Chinese medicine want to share with us. Earth is also about feeling grounded, centered, focused. Very often when I feel imbalance, I feel the fog in my thoughts. So this clarity, this kind of being centered and feeling yourself is a good earth element. So what we are doing now is exactly balancing the earth meridian, the stomach and the spleen. We have 5 breaths on the side. And on the other side, I will not say anything, I promise. Beautiful. And after 3, just maybe removing all the objects if you have any. Finding the short rebound between the sides before you change the side. Just feeling the impact of this shape, of this asana on you today, on your body, maybe on your mind or your thoughts. Giving it 1 minute. It's always a good idea. Our body, our nervous system needs time for transitions. Just like in nature, seasons need time to change, to proceed. And whenever you are ready, changing the side. In Yin, we have the rule that the right and left don't have to be identical twins, don't have to be mirrored. So if you use the bolster but you don't feel like anymore, you don't have to. The left leg can be under different angle next to your body, can be lifted or not. The foot can be away or more close to your body. It's really not... we don't believe in symmetry, just like in the nature, symmetry is very rare. And we will spend 3 minutes once you set up in the tipsy sphinx on the other side, stomach and spleen meridian, the earth element, digestion, late summer. In Yin, we also seek for stillness, but sometimes our body is changing in the shape. So if you feel at any time, even without my instruction, that you want to correct something, please always feel free to do so. We are around the middle of this side, middle of this time. Inhaling and exhaling. If you feel like you have more space to open the chest and the front of the body, stretching the stomach meridian especially, you can climb up to seal. But if it causes you too much pain or in discomfort in the lumbar region, of course, please do not do that. And we have 5 more deep, nourishing breaths here. Enjoying the last moments of the half frog, half sphinx, stretching the front of the body and the adductors, the meridians of earth element, the spleen, and the stomach. And after this 5, find your rebound. Again, lying on the belly if that feels fine. But at this point, some students need more space, so you can turn and lie into Shavasana on the back or something in between on the side of the body. It can be also Balasana, can be absolutely anything that feels right for you at this very moment. We started with water, element, kidneys and bladder, giving us resilience, restorative energy, jing, the essence, corresponding in nature with the winter time. And then we went through spring, wood element, liver and gallbladder. When we grow as kids and teenagers exploring the world, we reach the fire element, the summertime, when we open the heart, sharing love, joy, compassion, learning spirituality. But I also reminded you not to forget about your self-love, taking care of you. And then late summer, responsible for our digestion, transformation, processing. Food into nutrients, but also situations into lessons, into growth. And we come more towards yin again in the cycle of our year, into metal element that symbolizes letting go. Just like in the fall, the nature lets go of life to regenerate again in the winter to start the new cycle. So symbolically, metal element is responsible for grief, letting go, and it's our lungs and it's our large intestine. And they are residing in the same space as a fire element. So the last pose for today, purely yin, I chose for you reclined fish, one of my favorite, also because it stretches the front of the neck. So I will show you how I do it, and of course you can arrange yourself accordingly. I put the bolster towards the parallel to the short side of the mat, and this bolster will be underneath my bra line, my thoracic spine. Okay, and then I open in this way my chest and I drop my head, but I like it on the block, so it's really not so straining for my vocal cord. Metal element is also our immune system, and it has a lot to do with breathing and with vocal cords as well. And then I find the best position for my legs. It can be standing, bent, straight lying in the front of me, Baddha Konasana, legs, whatever makes sense. If this pose is not good for you, it's enough if it will be reclined butterfly. So maybe on the block and bolster Gently lifting the chest, opening the arms either to the sides or behind or wherever they feel good. The whole point of our attention is actually the lung organ, and if you want to extend it to the arms meridians, so lungs and large intestine, you are welcome to do so. But this time, in this pose, I have one more task for you. Of course, it's not mandatory once you set up. I want you to connect to your Ujjayi breath. So gently contracting your vocal cords when you exhale, and when you inhale also is possible. To massage your thyroid gland, very important part for immune system. Also thymus gland, just here in the middle of your chest, is also stimulating by this pose. And just kind of thinking about elongating exhales, letting go, because metal element is teaching us exactly this. We will stay here for 6 minutes. If at any point it stops being comfortable, please leave this pose and come straight to Shavasana. After 6 minutes, we will all meet in Shavasana anyway. TCM, just like yoga, they don't believe in the death as the end part of the experience. It's just transition into the new cycle. So metal element, despite the fact it's associated with the grief, with sadness, which is natural emotion for us, is actually cleaning everything up for what's coming, what is new. All 5 elements are important. All are part of our body, mind, emotion, spirit, all the human experience and the experience of nature around. So when we feel sad, it's natural, it's normal. The most important is that all 5 are balanced and we function optimally. And only you can say what optimally means to you. So I believe yoga, especially this one that I wanted to share with you tonight, supports our optimal health. And for some of us will be more sadness, more metal. For some of us more earth, more worries. For some of us more joy, more compassion. Because we don't have to be identical. We just have to feel balanced and healthy. And that's my mission in teaching yoga, to show people the knowledge, the tools they can balance or rebalance themselves with. For the rest of time, around 4 minutes, I will leave you with silence. Keep on breathing. If Ujjayi is too strong for you at this point, just use normal, natural breath. We have 1 minute left in this shape. If you would like to change anything, that's the last opportunity. If it's already too intense, too strong, don't hesitate to come to the final relaxation, Shavasana. Maybe you like bringing the bolster underneath your knees. Maybe you want to stay here till the end of this class. We will have 7 minutes for Shavasana tonight. If you want to stretch your legs or bend them, if you want to stretch your body before coming into the final relaxation, that's also very welcome. If you want to cover your body or cover your eyes, you are totally invited to take care of these last moments of the practice, letting go of all the experience, staying with your breath, with your sensations, just enjoying. And after around 7 minutes, I will bring you back from wherever you are. In these last minutes of the practice, I would like you to send gratitude to all 5 elements in your system, in your physical, mental, emotional body, all the meridians that silently work for us night and day without us even knowing, and to the nature for teaching us beautiful lessons and inspirations to take care of those 5 elements, taking care of our balance, wellness, feeling as happy as we can. Bring your awareness back to your body, to the mat, to your room, to this class. Feel the places where your back touches the ground, your urinary bladder meridian, the water element. Bring your awareness to your feet, the gateways to all the meridians, to many beautiful channels that nourish your body, your mind. Then inner legs, inner shins, inner thighs that allow residing to kidneys, spleen and liver meridians, 3 very important meridians for all women. Then bring your awareness to the front of your body, front of your legs, hip flexors, belly, chest, where the earth element resides. And then to the chest and arms, the fire and metal elements working for you silently, performing all the physiological and psychological work Take a few deeper inhales and start moving your toes, your fingers. You can turn your head gently from side to side. You can bring your arms over the head and stretch to the sides, or just stretching. All sounds are welcome, like if you were just waking up in the morning, starting your day. Sides of the body, also residence for our wood element, growth, spring. And then find some nice and gentle transition onto one side. And when your body is ready, bring yourself slowly back into any seated comfortable pose, very gently, mindfully, slowly, without any violence, any rapid movements. And then bring the palms to your heart center, your chest, or maybe the other part of the body that needs support right now. Thanking yourself for this practice, for your self-care, for finding time for your inner growth, connecting to others, connecting to me. We will take 3 long breaths. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, heart center, palms to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms to the heart center. And the last one, the deepest one. Inhale up. Exhaling, palms to the heart center. And then the forehead follows, bowing to yourself, to your body, your mind, to your practice. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's a pure pleasure to serve you. If you have any comments, requests, questions, please contact me. You have my WhatsApp. I'm here for you. I don't want to kill this vibe now with discussion, but I'm always here for you. And hope to see you next Thursday. Nourishing Thursday is my new mission in life. I want us to be happy population. That's ambition, but it's realistic as well, I believe. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the evening. Namaste.